It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for.
Ah, I see.
And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny.
That's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said it was, well... He? Who? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc worth good money, I know it is.
Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? She's been in before, of course, this little tattered demolion.
I see.
And brought some dubious article of or other with her every single time, I might add.
Hey, dubious, what are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today?
Well, if only it were that simple.
Sorry, what do you mean?
What she actually brought in was a storage ticket.
Ah, a storage ticket. So...
What?
Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs sorting or storing. Yeah! Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious.
The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But as she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her.
But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windibank.
The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. It's the overcoat that she redeemed.
Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so... Of course it does. So what about the disc, then? How does that come into all of this?
Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn. If the girl and I can agree... If the girl and I can agree a price.
New article to pawn. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today.
It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say.
For this heavy black coat which she returned to her care, as I understood it.
That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets.
Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it?
If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am.
And she immediately tried to pawn it? For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Give it up! I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me, old man. It's me, old man's, ain't it? Oh, me, old man. Is it, Miss Lestrade? Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious.
Out of my way, please.
Ooh, look at that fancy suit. Who's this picture postcard English gentleman?
Good day to you, ladies. Gentlemen.
Hey, what's your problem, eh?
There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I've a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve.
Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line.
Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket.
Who are you? How do you know who I am?
The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems.
What? You mean from you?
Broker! Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once.
Oh my! No, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull?
Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too.
No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's. Or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. You're damn right it is, Sato. The fuck?
Yes.
I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. The gentleman's accusation. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying? What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. Thanks still hanging out, Joe? swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before.
Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin.
Oh, it's Joe, you have to type in the I guess I can't add that in my body, so it's because you use the better Twitch TV version. The keyword is MrSamKim lick. That's why. Pretty sure.
You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now?
No, I swear it. I swear to God.
It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street minding my own business when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh, yes. As you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Ruined!
But yeah, if you type in the actual follower emote for it, then yeah, it'll work.
Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police.
Hold on, why's everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove, and you think I'm the dodgy one?
I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you.
Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stole something, eh? Come on, let's see it.
Oh, I have evidence, naturally.
You what?
Uh-oh.
Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course. We need only consult Mr. Windibank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant.
I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh?
I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine.
But why not?
Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity.
Yes, I see. But then how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it?
Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir. Might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course, it's Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt.
A watchword?
Interesting.
Watchwords? What the fuck? So, about these watchwords, Mr. Windybank.
As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities secret.
That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it?
Great detectives have no dark secrets. None at all.
Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. A date of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword.
And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article?
That's right, sir, yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid.
And I have supplied you with the information you require already. But for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on 15th February. With a watchword of Professor.
All perfectly correct information, sir.
But how?
Really, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the Enquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry. Yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer, well, a student of law, really.
My name is Susato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant.
I see. My name is Benedict. Yes, Eggert Benedict. Like Eggs Benedict? Eggert? Yes, Eggert Benedict. Enchanté. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Eggy Benny! What's up, Milspec? Welcome back to the stream, dude. How you doing, man? Now, to the matter at hand. My overcoat! Return it at once. To someone with the style to carry it off. Every movie makes
every breath he takes. Ugh, I can't stand watching him.
Doing good, MrSamKim?
Glad to hear you're doing well. Started up the 5th case in the Ace Attorney Chronicles tonight. Also, it's my birthday week. My birthday is on Sunday, but yeah, it's my birthday week. So, let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir. Whoa. Whoa, Windows. Can you not... The fuck? With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups.
Thank you, MrSamKim. Sounds good, redneck.
Hope you get well soon, dude. Thanks for hanging out, man. B-Day week marathon.
We must have it, MrSamKim rave.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a birthday stream on Sunday. I'm gonna ask for Monday off of work. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir. Here is the disc for you. Just this one? Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc? Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that was deposited with... I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you?
Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it.
Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style.
Wait a minute. That disc is mine. What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my! Yes, there's blood on the disc.
It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them.
I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Or you. You take it.
Me?
If I hang on to it, then they'll have off it. Then they'll have it off me again. So you keep hold of it.
Miss Lestrade, Why is this disc so important to her?
The music box has been entered into the court record. Music box disc, a metal disc used to play music in a mechanical music box. A piece of music which remains unidentified is stored on the disc by means of small protrusions.
You there, in the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. The grown-ups are all liars.
What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this?
The blood already? Nani?
Alright.
I don't know where he's bleeding, but blood's been drawn.
Look at those piercing eyes.
He's clearly in no mood to talk.
We have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something. Wow, Miss Lestrade is really looking daggers at this mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again.
What are we gonna do, chat?
Mr. Sholmes? What are you examining with such keen interest there?
As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows, cruelly ostracized, as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So, feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, this 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Miss Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely! So desperately lonely. Then why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you?
Poor Mr. Sholmes. I feel simply awful for you.
It would seem that my inferences are correct.
Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again?
My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman? What's the right thing to do here? We definitely got to listen to the deduction. Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament.
Tch, where the blue blazes have you been, eh?
Pardon?
When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour later.
Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Eggert Benedict, you have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg.
It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction.
Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
The Great Deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Mystery Man's Aim.
First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption tickets stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet, even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutch to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, missing ferrule or ferrule. The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle? Mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod is the broken handle of a shovel. What? Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime.
Conclusion? To tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery. Topic number 2. Great crime.
Now, Mr. Benedict.
Thanks for the bruh, Paula. Welcome back.
Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel? What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose?
Bull!
Save it for such a fanciful theory. What possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answers revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway.
Here as well, Sholmes.
What the fuck? Why did he move like that? He's fabulous.
he's a little dramatic. he's quite the figure. By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition? I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway. And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sits in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vaults of that bank, the special reserve funds for the great exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information. So, keep it under your hat, please.
Conclusion? To steal the great exhibition's reserve funds.
Benedict is major sus. Yeah, his name is Eggert Benedict.
Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Mr. Sholmes? Well, Mr. Naruhodo? An impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed. Though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. Ah. And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can be but one explanation for that. Clearly it is because the man is a criminal. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windybank will. He already has plenty of shovels here after all. Oh my life! I assure you, I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Call him out, Susato! Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. Yeah, dude, you fucking just spilling all these fucking secrets? One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Very well then. Let us start once more from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular.
Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Topic 1. Mystery Man's aim.
First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning...
Emotional damage!
So much emotional damage, Toogs.
Really, Sholmes? Like total bruh moment.
Bruh.
Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor.
Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he?
No. I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? What brought the mysterious gentleman to Windibanks? Ah, what do we have here? Scribbled writing. Scribbled writing is,
Oh, look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here.
I don't believe it.
What is it?
Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel. Ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade.
Goodness!
There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Thanks, still hanging out, Brahe.
Although if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face.
Although if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure.
And look, the details of this shop have been written down here too. Windibanks Pawnbrokery, Baker Street, redemption deadline, 15th April.
Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper?
Take that!
Yes, what brought you to the shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery here. Ah! You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today. By which I mean, here to Windibank's Pawnbrokery, and today, the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So, you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. What's a ferrule?
It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement?
Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane.
But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? He's trying to alter something, eh? Mm-hmm. He's hiding something.
No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious.
In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. What's making the mysterious gentleman so agitated? So there's some initials. I think it has to be that. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think it would be the hat. As stylish as it is, no doubt, I don't think this white top hat suits the man, do you?
No, not at all.
The more I look at it, the more something strikes me as something suspicious about it.
I think perhaps it's not so much that it strikes you as suspicious, but rather that the hat is just striking.
I suppose you're probably right. Perhaps the hat isn't what we're looking for.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Yo, Tequila21! Welcome back to the stream, dude. Thanks for the brand new sub and with the prime. How you doing, man? Can we get some cheers and hearts in the chat? Welcome on into the Samscribers. Enjoy that sub badge, those 9 tier 1 emotes, and the ad-free viewing for 1 month. Cheers, dude. How you doing, man? Aw, Ingrid, thanks for still hanging out. Thanks for dropping the cheers and the love in the chat, guys.
Nuts. Oh! Sorry.
There you go, dude. First sub emote, MrSamKim Parker. Welcome back, Tequila. How you doing, man? Thank you very much for that prime sub, dude.
I suppose you're probably right. Perhaps the hat isn't what we're looking for.
Thank you very much for the love and cheers in the chat, guys. Yeah, I think it is the initialing. I don't know what else it could be. Doing great. Busy with work. What do you do for work, if you don't mind me asking? Are you at work right now? Look here, Miss Susato. There are some letters on the handle.
Ah, yes. Those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names.
So Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean?
That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously.
Oh. AG? Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? His name is Eggert Benedict, so it would be EB. This is not his cane.
Take that!
I work as a software developer at Zoom. Oh, kinda. I work from home, so I'm always at work, lol. But yes, I am doing some work right now. Oh, for sure, dude. Well, I'm not gonna be streaming for that much longer, but I appreciate you popping in to hang out, dude. And yeah, thanks for the brand new sub. All the channels you can use it on, thanks for using it here, man. That's cool though. Hopefully you're getting paid a good amount, yeah? The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? Ugh. We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet, in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would